Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Elite Wrestling World. I am your host GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here for AEW Farewell to Hell 1 hour special post show review. We have a banger card for this 1 hour of Farewell to Hell. PAC challenging Darby Allin for the world title. Mark Davis challenging for the national title against Jack Perry. So let's get dive into it and talk about that. So we started off with the AEW National Championship match, Jack Perry versus Mark Davis. Jack Perry countered Davis with a hurricane run out of a power bomb right away and landed on his feet after missing a moonsault into the ring. Perry hit a shotgun dropkick on the floor and went for a tiger feint kick around the ring post, but Davis cut him off and hit a clothesline that looks brutal. Perry crashed to the mat on the ground. Davis took Perry back into the ring and hit a series of hard strikes that kept Perry grounded. Davis got the heat on Perry throughout the commercial break, and we saw then Perry coming back, hitting a flying forearm off the ropes, and Davis went down to his knees. Davis hit a back elbow as Perry charged the corner, and Davis put Perry on top rope before going for a suplex. Sunset flip powerbomb off the ropes for a very close 2 count. And then we saw Perry charge and Davis turned around and hit a lariat that stopped Perry in his tracks. That looks brutal. Davis hit a lariat and then the pile driver for a very close 2 count. Don Callis ran down to the ring to distract the referee, and Ricochet ran out with the golden golf club in full golfing gear and cracked Perry in the back with the club. As the referee turned around, he saw Mark Davis pile driving Perry and get the pinfall victory. And Mark Davis is the new AEW National Champion. This was a very good match with an ending that I didn't expect. And Davis winning is very cool, and it also continues the feud between Perry and Ricochet. Jack Perry was backstage talking about how Don Callis and Ricochet took away the title he worked so hard to win and how he was so proud to win it in front of his family. Perry then said he was going to get revenge and he was joining Chris Jericho against the Callis family and Ricochet. Perry also announced that Bucks and Omega will be joining him too in the Stadium Stampede match, and that was a very good announcement. And Elite Perry Jericho is in the Stadium Stampede against Ricochet and Don Callis family. It's gonna be a fantastic match to watch on Double or Nothing. Don Callis was backstage with Mark Davis and Ricochet and talk about how he just got the greatest gift he ever wanted from Jack Perry because he is given a chance to have his guys beat up Jericho and Omega on the same night. So he is going to join Ricochet and Gates of Agony, the Stadium Stampede, and negotiate with Ricochet about which members will be joining besides Mark Davis. So again, we are setting up the Stadium Stampede match for Double or Nothing. Next up is Divine Dominion in action. This was a 5-minute challenge and Lena Kross wasted no time beating on Lay and Slay, tagging in Bayne, who hit a German suplex, blind tagged Slay and went for a crossbody, but Bayne caught her and hit a Samoan drop, and then hitting Divine Intervention for the pinfall victory. So Divine Dominion looking very dominant in every match, and it will be interesting to see what are the challenges for her in the future. We get a hype video aired about Jamie Hayter beating Sky Blue on Dynamite was followed by the announcement of a 4-way women's title match at Double or Nothing. Tekla versus Hikaru Shida versus Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter. So again, a very good match announced for Double or Nothing. Backstage, Don Callis again, and he talked about how no matter who won the world title tonight, the Don Callis family was taking the title on Wednesday. Callis announced that Okada had to go to Japan to handle some family business. So Konosuke Takeshita was going to take his place on Dynamite to fight the winner of the main event. So Okada is out and Takeshita will be challenging for the world title on Dynamite. Next up, we saw Mike Bailey in action. Bailey wasted no time kicking the opponent all over the ring and then hitting a triangle moonsault to the floor. Gray hit several strikes, but Bailey managed to recover, knock him out, and hit the ultimum weapon for the pinfall victory. So again, Mike Bailey getting wins, and we might get Bailey versus Kevin Nash for the TNT title. Kevin Nash grabbed a mic afterwards and said that Bailey was red hot, and while Knight did not win the world title, he and Bailey can still make it to the top for the tag titles. And in the main event, we saw Darby Allin versus PAC for the AEW World Championship. Boy, this was one hell of a main event. Classic Darby Allin match. And these two have a very good chemistry. So this was no different, and we get a banger main event. Allin and PAC immediately rushed up the golf green in this unique venue. Darby hit a corner on PAC into the sand trap. Allin then hit a running shotgun dropkick. Then PAC comes back with a full moonsault, and crowd reacted bigger than expected. PAC, however, threw sand into Allen's face and then hit a belly-to-belly suplex into the sand trap before locking on the brutalizer in the sand. That looks very brutal. PAC did not seem to care and just wanted to inflict punishment in the hopes of keeping Allen down before finishing him. PAC picked up Allen in a gorilla press and tossed Allen into a sand trap as they went to the commercial break. PAC took Allen to the ring for a 2 count. Scorpion Deathlock hit by Darby Allin for a very close 2 count. PAC set up a table at ringside and went for a shooting star press off the ropes, but Allin moved and PAC crashed face first through the table. That looks nasty. Allin then took PAC into the ring and locked on the Scorpion Deathlock, and PAC barely made it to the ropes to escape. We saw Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta setting up a table at ringside. PAC then picked up Allin and hit a tombstone pile driver onto the steel steps. That looks brutal. As PAC put Allin on his shoulder and started walking up, as Yuta and Garcia set up 4 tables in the entryway, Marita Shafir joined PAC, simply watching as PAC dragged Allin up a flight of stairs and over the announce area. PAC then dragged Allin over the entryway where the tables were set up and looked to launch Allin from the balcony. That was scary to look. Allin started to fight back, but Shafir distracted the referee, and PAC was able to hit a low blow and then threw Allin off the balcony through the 4 tables. That was very dangerous move and looks insane. PAC ran down the stairs, picked up Allin and threw him into the ring, and we get a very close 2 count. Audience popped huge for that, and after that, Death Riders tried to interfere and the referee threw them out. As the referee was getting rid of Yuta and Garcia, Marina Shafir put the world title in PAC's hand. PAC was about to hit Allin, but Allin fired up, kicked PAC low in revenge, and hit PAC with the title before hitting the coffin drop for the pinfall victory. This match was fantastic, and Darby Allin defending the title every week is very interesting thing to see. This was an excellent main event, absolutely fantastic. And now we are going to get Darby Allin versus Konosuke Takeshita on Dynamite, which is also gonna be a fantastic match. Once Allin loses this title, I hope he takes a break before doing anything, because he has just wrestled recklessly every week in a very brutal matches. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens after he loses the title. So that's the end of the show, folks. Please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.